Hello everybody, and welcome back to Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. This might just be the finale of this game, and I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping I didn't terribly mistime this and misrepresent it and everything. But I see we got Zelda Chic in here. It's been a little bit. We got Faceless, we got Orange. It's also been a little bit for Orange. How's everybody doing tonight? Glad to have you guys back. I missed you. And I'm aware my own schedule has just been absolutely ridiculous lately. I'm hoping to get all of this distraction out of my system this week. I'm committed to doing a lot more writing tomorrow than I've been doing the last few days. But, yeah. Not bad. Good, how are you? I'm doing alright. Let's see, what's chat been saying since I started this? Kept playing when you couldn't watch? Yeah. Too chronically online? Oh boy, that's me. Been staying up till 4 a.m. lately? Dude, same! Alright, I'm a little too close to my desk. Give me 1 second. Can y'all hear me good? How do I sound? How's the game sound as well? A little bit delay. Let me fix that real quick. Boop, boop. There we go. How's the sound? Does it sound good? Is it loud? Is it quiet? Sounds good to you? I don't remember why I'm over here. I think there was one more mech part over here. Is that what it was? Sounds good. Alright, cool. Yeah, thinking back on it, I think I remember saving here because there was one more mech part to get. And it was probably behind this. Huh. That's neat. That's just a regular magnet track, not even a psychic one. Why is the psychic ball working here? I wonder if they thought about that. But that's not where the part is. Ow! Where'd you come from? Oh, geez, you survived that. Why? I guess I did shoot the other two a lot more. Where did you two come from? I don't remember if they're actually weak to electronics. I'm just going for it. I forgot again that I have this awesome lightning beam. Gosh dang it, that is so satisfying. It's also extremely delightful when I forget all about it and then I use it and it just goes. Okay, now hold on a minute. Did I get all the parts? What? Hold on. What's this doing here? Why is that blacked out? But that's deep inside the facility there. And that's blacked out as well. Well, shoot, I might have to go through those. No, wait. Radio, there it is. No, not that. Communication not available. Of course not. Even though I've cleared out the place and it should be relatively safe now. Of course, I can't actually communicate with anybody here. Is that really all there is? Why did I come here? Alright, let's try world map. Alright, what I'm gonna do, just because I'm insanely curious, is I'm gonna go investigate those areas that I've spotted on the map, and then I'm going to get into the actual proper gameplay. How's my day been? It's been good! D&D ended earlier than usual, and I was a little happy about that, just because it meant more time to unwind and such before I did this. Granted, I still started late, but I don't feel like I had to wrestle with anything much in my head. Why does this feel different than I remember? I must be too used to mouse and keyboard by now. Or it's because I was controlling it differently. I was using the joystick instead of the triggers. Oh yeah, I forgot that's blocked off. I never fixed the bridge. D&D, what kind? Also, how's Circle 2 going? It was Circle 2. And it's going good so far. What the? Hold on, I don't remember you guys at all. What is happening? Why are there new enemies here? Leaping Spitter can lurk beneath the surface of lava due to its heat-resistant, scaly skin. It jumps into the air and spits flares if it detects intruders. Were these the things that I was dealing with in that boss fight? Leaping Spitters are mollusks that inhabit flare pool. Normally, they dive deep into the lava and remain inert, but if there are changes in their environments, such as dramatic shifts in the heat levels of the lava, they may temporarily migrate to more shallow areas of the pool. If they detect danger while in a shallow area, they will attempt to drive off the threat by flipping up into the air and scattering lava bombs around the area. What do you mean they remain inert? I guess it does call them mollusks. Yeah, it's technically not D&D, it's E20, but D&D is also sometimes used as a catch-all name for tabletop games. At least in my experience. Debris from the energy diffusion cannon explosion, composed of metals superheated then cooled during the detonation. Interesting. What? Okay. No, not that. I'm getting my controls all mixed up now. Okay, where do I need to go? That way. I was gonna say 5e because I thought that was E20. Nah, 5e is 5th edition D&D. We did experiment with 5e. That was, I think, the one that I think that was the last one you were in. Was 5e? It's trying so hard. They both have E. Yeah, I don't actually know what the E in E20 is for. Honestly, don't remember Starbright doing anything, not gonna lie. This time around he didn't, because I was only around for like 2 hours before it ended. And we mostly just talked. But I did say a few things. I mainly suggested, Celestia doing something about the gift, but nobody said anything about it until I was like, what's going on? Is she ignoring me? I expected that they would have Celestia do some kind of magic scan, but instead she just kind of was like, nah, you handle it. And then Rainbow Dash became Pandora. Now hold on a minute. Ah, I've gotten turned around. Essence 20, right. I forgot what any of us said before RD Leroy Jenkins the box. No, she Pandora the box. Remember when Pandora was the music app? I don't, I never used it, but I remember people talking about it. Some of these apps are weird names when you think about it. Discord, the app for communicating, which is usually don't want Discord in communication. Spotify, the app that originally did not have videos, so what are we spotting? Pandora for music. Why Pandora? Why is it named after the lady that opened a box of evil? Like, why can't we get, like, a top-rank app out there? The app that everybody uses, and just call it, like, the music place. Discord, because there's a lot less strictness and allows a lot of unhinged servers to exist until someone reports it. That's fair. But we all love the Wild West of the internet, even if it is less Wild West these days. I'm using so much ammo on these things. Okay, these things definitely struggle with electricity, so there is that at least. 1 second. Where did we get Instagram? Instagram is owned by Facebook, possibly invented by Facebook, and it comes from, like, Telegram, and similar terms. It's an instant gram. Power supply severed. Pipe and wall show damage from a small-scale explosion. Interesting. Adjusts and distributes power from the main generator. Damaged by power line failure. Restart is possible with an electrical surge. I mean, Twitter makes a little bit of sense because birds tweet Twitter. And they're very short and sweet sounds, and Twitter gives you a limit on how much you're allowed to say in a post. X is because Elon Musk really likes the letter X. I'm not even kidding. He puts X into everything because he loves that letter. He thinks it's cool. Because he's an edgelord that is stuck in the 2010s. Power distributor maintenance hatch. Normal device operation suspended. It appears loose and could be torn free. Spectrum edgelord. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was one myself for a little while. That is an interesting slot design. I like it. Looks like the sun. Electrode plate connected to the circuit board of a power distributor. Restart is possible with sustained electrical current supplied to the electrode plate. Operational stability unknown. So do I have to charge shot this thing with a lightning gun? I thought I had to slip inside it. This thing looks like the mouth of that mechanical shark from James and the Giant Peach. I love this. I want more of these. Oh, heck yeah. Let's do this. Cool machines do cool machine things. Darn, I was kind of hoping for a little more spectacle, but I'll take it. So, do I just get both of these, or is this giving me a choice? Is it possible that almost every villain and superhero just describes people on the spectrum? I mean, I don't know if I'd call an alien from another planet autistic. It'd be pretty weird to say that's why Superman is powerful, is because he's autistic. I guess he did say almost, though. Control terminal operational, boiler access port open, maintenance take pending. Did I say take and somehow miss the N? I definitely tried to say the N. Aliens can be autistic too. Could, but you know what? We don't actually know that. Maybe autism is the result of nuclear fallout spreading so far we couldn't detect it. It definitely isn't, but what if we found out it was? I kind of miss the days when autism wasn't really a thing, and it was you're just weird. I didn't live in those days necessarily, but I don't know. It makes me wonder what it was like. Superman is just an overstimulated guy and feels the need to fix everything almost with an obsession, but also hides his identity because he's scared people won't like him. No, he hides his identity because he's scared people will attack him in his day-to-day life. And he doesn't want to deal with that. I wouldn't want to deal with being around that either, personally. Maybe autism was the friends we made along the way? It absolutely is. The voices in my head are great people. I love how we both went for Superman first. I mean, he is the original superhero. Multi-lock security gate identified. Power cut due to catastrophic damage to the facility. Also, Powerpuff Girls, talk about every supervillain there was there. Oh, every supervillain there was there? Whatever you're trying to say, yeah. There's a comic I've read that's really, really funny. It's, oh, how'd it go? I think it's Love Advice from the Great Duke of Hell, is what it's called. Really funny comic book. There's a bit where some, like, anti-demon secret agents are in a meeting about having to deal with this duke that's popped up. But then, like, all of them except the guy hosting the meeting for some reason get an argument over who's the best Powerpuff Girl, and one of them suggests it's Mojo Jojo. Literally kids who ate glue. I remember reading once about the one named Him, and I'm like, Him actually sounds... I don't remember if I was reading specifically about the original character or about somebody's fan interpretation of him. But I remember thinking, like, that's actually kind of terrifying, and I kind of love that his name is just Him. I know about the Powerpuff Girls. I've seen some stuff about the Powerpuff Girls. I think I've even seen a few episodes, but I did not grow up on it. It was a part of my childhood, but not one that I was invested in. I did not have Cartoon Network. I had Kids WB. Also, I grew up in that common childhood community of boys don't watch girl shows, despite the fact that I saw Sailor Moon when I was like 4, because my parents rented it from the library for me to watch, because I thought it looked neat. Alright, Mega Lightning, let's go. Heck yeah. This lightning gun is unironically really fun. This thing is a little underwhelming, but everything else about it, I love it so much. I also grew up with Barbie. I kind of grew up with that. My sisters liked the Barbie movies, and I ended up watching them with them when we got them on home video. I just remember really liking the Swan Lake one, but I think that was because I liked the music. It definitely helped that one of the characters did, like, classic line dancing, and I really liked line dancing growing up for some reason. Didn't have Nickelodeon. I don't think I had that either. Remember watching Naruto as a kid and was confused? Yeah, I was confused by a lot of anime that wasn't Pokemon or Mega Man until Comcast On Demand happened. Do you guys remember that? And my family got On Demand, and I could watch things in order for like the first time in my life. And then I had a friend that liked Naruto, and I spotted Naruto at the local bookstore. I think I don't remember if I found the Naruto manga first or if I found it on demand first. I think I actually found the on demand one first. And so I saw like the first 20 episodes of Naruto in order, and I got super into it. Loved how sassy every Barbie was. Studio Ghibli stuff was great. I definitely saw Kiki's Delivery Service was a favorite film for me as a kid. I didn't see Spirited Away until much later, and I absolutely did not understand it at the time. I probably understand it a lot better now. But my uncle went on a religious mission to Japan, and so at some point he convinced us to watch Spirited Away as a family. And like nobody liked it that much but him because nobody understood it that well. It was kind of funny. I definitely respect it though. I've also seen Ponyo. I loved Ponyo. That one was a little bit weird, but it was adorable. I saw Totoro while I was in trade school, because like all of my friends were like, you have to see Totoro. I kind of get it. It was definitely a much more relaxed film. Still a little bit weird, but if you want slice of life, relaxed, tension isn't super high, and it's just a family being a family with a little bit of imaginary stuff going on, Totoro's great. I do think it is a little bit overhyped, and I think Castle in the Sky is a little bit underhyped, even though I don't remember that much. Princess Mononoke was always my favorite. I never saw that one. I feel like that one might be a little too dramatic for my modern tastes, but I don't know. I love good drama, but like there has to be a balance, or it starts to bug me after a little bit. It starts to really bum me out. The only child-friendly anime I've met. Howl's Moving Castle? I love Howl. I've only seen it once. I don't remember that much, but I do remember enjoying it. My one problem with Ghibli films is there's always one thing in them that is just not explained. Like, even Kiki's Delivery Service, which is still my favorite and still, like, the most chill, relatable one, in my opinion, they never explain why the frick she's a witch and everyone's just fine with that. Like, it's cool. I don't have a problem with it, but it goes completely unexplained how she's a witch, how her power works, and why nobody's like, holy frick, it's a witch. Do something cool for me. Yeah, witches are just normal over there. Totally fine with that, totally cool. It's just slightly weird that it goes unexplained. Like, it feels like I'm on episode 2 of an anime show rather than episode 1. It's just a little... It's different from what I'm used to from most other movies and shows. Nailed it. I forgot I got this thing that shows me where all the green stuff is now. I should have played this like yesterday to get all caught up with that or something. Gotcha. Whoop. Was it really necessary to say green energy crystals both times? Y'all giving me flashbacks to Napoleon Dynamite. You forgot to put in the crystals. If you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, you're missing out on an absolute gem. That movie is so funny. Futuristic fantasy about a moving castle. I wonder if they have an anime for that. The clock tower guy mentioned that they hadn't had a witch in town in a long time. It's just normal to have at least one, depending on how big the town is. Yeah, like I said, it's not a problem. In a lot of other Ghibli films, there are things that go unexplained that I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. But in Kiki, I think the only thing that's really unexplained is just how her powers work, and I don't really need that. Like, the one thing that needs an explanation actually gets one, and it's that her powers decline while she's sick. They don't work very well. So that's fine. Haven't seen what, Faceless? Kiki or Napoleon? I'm getting distracted by these crystals, dang it. I definitely should have done this in my off time. I completely forgot that I had a radar for them now. Napoleon? Oh, you gotta go see that. Napoleon Dynamite is about some guy, this awkward guy, living in a middle-of-nowhere podunk town that's, like, stuck in the 80s, even though it takes place in, like, the 2000s, or something like that. And it's just him trying to get through high school life. But at an awkward high school where the jocks still act like they're middle school bullies. And people just do things to pass the time. Napoleon has an awkward, pervy uncle that's, like, handsome, but also clearly lying or like, hyping himself up to be better than he is. He has an awkward, nerdy brother that somehow manages to hook up with a hot lady over the internet. But also Napoleon and his brother are just constantly slightly pissed off at each other. Napoleon has, like, I don't know if he has a pet llama or if it's his neighbor's llama or what, but he has to go feed the llama every morning. And the llama just makes him madder. Napoleon develops a crush on an awkward girl that's just trying to sell bracelets. Need a D&D game about Alfheim Online or SAO in the universe of Minecraft? No, I can do you one better. I need Gun Gale Online, the MMO. Just straight up, give me that. We need more MMO shooters. Because they're genuinely cool. What is up here? Hold on. I can't double jump that. I need to... Don't like a lot of mainstream anime like One Piece. I feel like it's overhyped. I do think One Piece is overhyped. One Piece is a very weird show. But at the same time, what little of One Piece I have read and seen does this really weird thing where it's like, this is super freaking weird, but also it's driving me to tears, and I don't know why. It's like in one episode, you get introduced to a guy that is stuck inside a treasure chest, and that's just his life now. And by the end of the episode, you feel so bad for this guy in the most wholesome way possible. It's like, how did you make me care so deeply about this dude that I just met, and he's never coming back? Like, One Piece is overhyped and way overtold as a story. There's way too much of it. But also, I can't help but have a mad respect for it. Whatever they're doing with that show, they're doing something super right. Oh, you jerk. You're supposed to get within range of my explosion. I wish I could move the camera while in Morph Ball mode. Thank you for listening to my instruction, beastie. Yeah, ALO and SAO would be neat, but I need Gun Gale Online first, because in my opinion, that is the most, like, that could actually work. It irritates me, it doesn't help that Art keeps quoting it as a potential D&D campaign. The thing that bugs me is I had a great dream once where I was the captain of one of 9 massive pirate ships. And I really want to make a book out of it. But it would be so much easier to write it as a One Piece fanfiction than as anything original for some reason. Because One Piece is already stupid bizarre, and I'm having a really hard time figuring out how to write this pirate idea as an original story without making it just as weird to the point that it could be considered copyright infringement. It's like, how do I explain a classic wooden pirate ship that's the size of the Titanic? I don't know how to do that. I'm a sucker for making things make sense.
If you're not sure where to go, you can always call in and ask me. You can reach me through the radio command on the map.
Hey, you're the one that told me to collect crystals. You're gonna wait for me to collect the crystals. Oh, I knocked him all the way up there. Can I freeze them and then blow them up, maybe? Haha! I forgot I could do that. Makes things much easier. Probably make a better book than One Piece already is, because yours would make more sense. Maybe! See, that's my problem, is I'm having a hard time making it make sense. Okay, how am I supposed to get that? Excuse me? Okay. Oh, right, I can do the powerbomb floaty thing. Or I can just frickin' wing it. I forgot I could throw power bombs. And I'll probably forget again later. Unfortunately. In the last of our days, we were 13 survivors. Having deciphered the prophecy at Chrono Tower again, we learned that the Chosen One will come from outside. But when? We could not afford to wait. With the aid of the Master Teleporter, 12 of us left Vuros. Oh! To find the Chosen One. I remained behind, for it was my duty to protect the Master Teleporter. For security, there were 5 keys to the Master Teleporter. I entrusted the 5 keys to those worthy of being guardians. They would be protected, given only to the Chosen One. All that is left is to await your arrival. It is impossible to know for certain if that day will ever come. And yet, I believe. I pray for your safe arrival, Chosen One, so that I might be here to greet you myself. Ooh, is he in the tower? One Piece is so random that if you made a fanfic out of it, it would look like you based it off of 1 minute from an episode, because that's how fast it makes your head whip. Fair enough. Alright, what, is this dude just hiding out inside this rock? What's happening? Oh, right, he got stuck up there! Is he just gonna stay stuck up there? I guess that would be technically out of bounds. He might just be broken. Oh, there he is! I saved him from despair. Make a whole fanfic about Nami's cooking alone. I really want an anime about cooking that is not Food Wars, please. Like, I love cooking shows. I love cooking comics. I read at least 2 on Webtoon regularly. There was a 3rd one, but I guess it's complete now, so I can only read 7 episodes of it. I'm really bummed, because Webtoon, for some reason, insists that you use the app for reading when I read at work where I can't use my phone! Because people these days just cannot let their fans have a choice for some reason. I love how the defense for Food Wars is that it's food. To excuse literal 13-year-olds watching it, right? I was gonna get into that show. I was like, I want to watch a food anime. Let me go watch Food Wars. I don't know much about it. I did not even finish the first episode. I was like, excuse me, I'm in school right now. I can't be watching this in public. What is this? Don't what? Quite literally, the only time a squid or octopus dish is introduced is if a high school girl eats it. Don't watch. I'm not going to watch it. That was my point. Was I was going to watch it, and then I saw the first episode up to like a certain point and was like, nope. Not watching that. That makes me deeply uncomfortable, which is really funny. Because one of my favorite experiences watching an anime was watching Keijo, which makes fun of fan service by having as much of it as humanly possible without being considered porn. It was, and the reason it's my favorite is because my friends arranged a movie night to watch it with none of us knowing anything about it. And it was so awkward that it wrapped around to being one of the funniest experiences I've ever had in my life. What did I walk into? We're talking about anime that has no right to be as, pardon my French, as horny as it is. Oh, come on, let me get the gosh dang little bit. Hello, Naruto, glad you could make it, by the way. Why does this have to be in a little hole that makes it impossible to line myself up? Stop it! Yeah, if you want to have a hilariously awkward time Go watch Keijo, but keep in mind it's going to be extremely uncomfortable. And your first clue that Keijo is a parody of sorts is that it has 13 exclamation points in the title. I counted them.
I detected one of those scout bots in Soul Valley.
Hold on a minute.
Entrance to Vault Forge. I'll update your map.
You gotta be kidding me. It actually counted that tiny little blip. Spell that Keijo, 13 exclamation points. So, here's a question, alright? How familiar are you with Dead or Alive Extreme? Yes, just like that. Warning once again. It is a parody of fan service by having as much of it as humanly possible without being considered an adult show. I love how there's just one green crystal way out here in the middle. Somewhere. Unless that's the frickin' tree that it's pointing me at. Nope, it's right here. How did I miss that? I got the one right next to it. I hope there's not too many more to get. I'm kind of stuck in crystal hunt mode. Because that's the thing, when I get started on something, I have to finish it, or I'm unsatisfied, unless it's really giving me grief. Yeah, we were talking about Food Wars earlier, and that's what we were talking about. And that's what made me talk about Keijo, is I'm like, if you want a really uncomfortable experience, go watch Keijo. But if you watch it with friends, with full knowledge that it's going to be uncomfortable, it's kind of hilarious. Because it's just baffling the lengths they went to. There's another teeny tiny one. My word. What is... Huh? Oh! I forgot, we can find him in more places out here. You love Food Wars? I can't stand it.
Please, join me. Make yourself comfortable.
He sounds like he's been practicing this speech for a while.
This belonged to my father. We used to sit around a fire just like this, telling stories. He always spoke of Solon. Are you familiar? Solon sits atop the sky. Solon provides equal light to all. Solon is always watching over us. That is why we must not bring shame to Solon. I have made mistakes, many mistakes. But through Solon's light, I find balance. Thank you for indulging me. I've missed these campfire stories. Shamus,
That was a short one.
have you seen some of the pieces of the Federation base that were teleported here? I believe this will be of use to you. Please, take this.
Missile expansion acquired. Yeah, if you are not... Even though it's technically... Even though it is, by technicality of its rating, watchable by people under the age of 18, do not. I'm pretty sure there was one scene in Keijo where somebody just straight up gets molested in the background. Oh yeah, I was saying, if you haven't heard of Dead or Alive Extreme, It was a spin-off series of the Dead or Alive fighting games. But instead of being a fighting game, it was all the Dead or Alive girls just having a massive, like, resort party. No, stop it. I'm getting my commands mixed up again. Yeah, no, I'm not watching Keijo. But yeah, they have like a massive resort party, and the whole point of the game is to play very fan-servicey, like, pool games, basically, and try to woo the ladies, with the implication that you might be, like, the only guy or gal there. Well, the only guy, definitely not the only gal there, but you might be the only guy there if you're a dude playing the game. I don't know. Yeah, they're very fan-servicey games. Keijo took one of those games and like centered the whole plot around it as like the world's favorite sport. And the main character wants to be the new champion. It's like, the only way this show could be worse at this point is if they announced that this sport was hosted by Playboy. If I remember, it was a free-to-play. It was not. Those games were sold on, like, PlayStation 2 and such. It was not a free-to-play. You're probably thinking of something else entirely, friend. I think there was a Sword Art Online mobile game. I need to go find it. Oh, I bet there were several. I know I actually found a Sword Art Online tablet menu skin once that I used a while back. It wasn't great, and it's because the SAO menu design is technically terrible. But young, neckbeardy me thought it was cool for a little while. Get the tiny... Oh, come on. I'm not wasting a missile on that little thing. Or maybe I will. I even used the wide slide, and I still missed him. The only anime that has scarred me was School Days. Oh gosh, I've heard about that one. Yeah, that one's probably somehow worse than Keijo, mostly because of the intent behind what happens, as opposed to just what happens. Everything in Keijo was, like, meant to be playful. School Days was very much not. I never saw School Days, but I heard about it. One that really bugged me, that wasn't all that fan-servicey that I recall, I was mostly annoyed by how it handled its storytelling, was Infinite Stratos. Infinite Stratos was it was a mech anime, and I saw it because I was really into mech anime at the time. I wanted to see some cool mechs, but the only other one I could find was the mechs used mecha surfboards in the sky for some reason, and I'm like, that's a little weird. Also, the first episode, like, half of it is just the main character talking about how much his life sucks, and repeatedly saying how much his life sucks, and I'm like, that's kind of annoying. So I checked out Infinite Stratos, and it turns out it's a harem anime. But as cheesy as it handled it, I thought it was kind of neat at first. I'm a big fan of, like, characters having extremely different dynamics and having to learn to work together. And I also kind of liked that they actually tried to give all these characters from different parts of the world, different accents in the English dub. And I'm like, that's neat. The accents are definitely a little on the nose and possibly slightly racist, but it's cool that they tried. But at like 7 episodes in, it started leaning really hard into the harem aspect and sacrificing the mecha aspect, and I got unwatchable, especially because they did that thing of the main character being stupidly oblivious to everything, and I just couldn't stand it. Which sucked, because I really liked the French character. I loved how they portrayed the French character. One of my favorite characters in anime of all time, I think. I just can't remember their name. Charlie, I think? I don't know. Have you seen Happy Tree Friends? No, but I know all about it. That's a pretty disturbing show. Oh, sorry, I was looking at chat. Hold on, chat's dismiss. Didn't help that I binge watched School Days, all episodes at once. Oh gosh, that must have been a bad day for you. Loved Black Butler. Haven't seen that one. I've heard good things about it though. That's the one where a guy... Is that the one where a guy's butler turns out to be the devil himself or something? But he manages to trap him in some kind of contract? My first non-Pokemon anime was Mega Man NT Warrior. That one was actually a lot of fun. Definitely got a little bit weird. There were times where it seemed like they didn't really know what they wanted to do with the show. They were trying a little bit of everything, and they were doing it a little too blatantly. But I still loved it. I had a lot of fun with that show. I miss it. They brought it back when they released the network transmission collection, but only for like 2 years. And it's like, no, let me watch it permanently. I want to watch the rest of the show, and I ain't got that kind of time anymore. I'm getting a little lost as to which... I can't tell which gems are closest, gosh dang it. Is that supposed to be one over there? Is that the one I'm heading to? No? I don't think so. Should I be doing this? Do you guys want me to move on? I'm kind of just enjoying conversation while I go and grind all these gems. Darling in the Franxx was basically pilot freaking anime. Yeah, I didn't watch that one because, like, it looked good, and I love the name. It's a great name, but also, it definitely looked like a harem show. Zelda Chic, what do you think? Should I move on with the game, or are you enjoying all the chatter? I certainly didn't expect to spend the first hour of this game grinding crystals. I'm sorry about that, folks. It's weird that I'm so focused on doing this, because this is easily the worst part of the game. That might be why I'm doing it now, is because the conversation is definitely making this more tolerable. I would start falling asleep if I had to do this without somebody to talk to. The chatter's nice. All in all, the makers of SAO made a good show with the SAO and ALO and GGO games in their show. Those games need to exist. The games need to exist. The show could be better. I liked it at first, but yeah, I kind of became disillusioned with the whole harem thing at some point. I will say, though, there is a spin-off series that you might not have heard of called Sword Art Online Alternative. I did really like that one. And I still really like that one. I keep forgetting they finally released a Season 2 of that. I need to go see that. I don't think I got that far. It's like the first season of SAO. it gets more harem-y later for sure, especially in like, well, I don't know. It's the concept of the games, I think, and the whole isekai thing and all that definitely pulled people in. But I'll tell you what, you really see the harem aspect of it in the games. They had a game, I can't remember the name of it, I think it was Fatal Bullet, that takes place in GGO. And one of my roommates had it when I was in trade school, so I tried it. I actually had a really fun time with it, but oh my word, I could not give a gosh darn about the story. It's like everything, for some reason, you don't play as Kirito. You play as some guy playing GGO. But Kirito shows up and, like, helps you at times. Mainly in, like, story-related stuff. He doesn't really, I don't think he really helps you in the gameplay itself. Oh, ad is happening now? Tell me when the ad's over. Minute 15 seconds. Ah. Do I need a boost to get up there? Here we go. Woo! Ooh, barely made that. No, keep getting bike and morph ball mixed up. Gosh dang it. Stop it. Are you back, Faceless? What, blue? Why is it halfway to blue? Gosh dang it. Ad done? Alright, so yeah, like you said, the girls are flirting with Kirito like constantly, and that's kind of what makes it a harem. I do like that he has his eyes set on just one of them, instead of being painfully oblivious or having a weird love triangle thing, love dodecahedron thing going on. But, with, Fatal Bullet, the game, how much did you hear me say about Fatal Bullet, Faceless? Ooh, is there just one left? Please tell me there's just one left. There's no way there's just one left. That thing was only half full of blue. Is that it? Huh? Hold on. Did I miss something out here? He also immediately wifed up at the first place before he met the other girls. True! Slightly. He met the other girls before he wifed up, but he met the wife before he met the other girls. Okay, there really is something over here that I missed. Alright! What do we got here? I am not on the platform. Or maybe I am. Okay, so there is one Sword Art Online game. Oh my gosh, it's dark in here. Hold on. This is cool. I like this. Oh, the lights came on. Dang it! It was cool before. Alright, let me deal with this and then remind me in a little bit to tell you about the Gun Gale game. Married her an SAO before he finished Aincrad. Yeah, but he met the other girls in SAO. And then they all formed a big friend group. But he didn't adhere to their advances. Like Lisbeth and stuff? Yeah. Underground water cistern built by ancient Lamorne. The water contains large amounts of green energy. Moat socket connected to a stone slab. The slab will release once a moat is inserted. Socketed moats are removable. Huh. What's this doing here? Is there a save point in here? From what I saw, I thought they just had a crush and didn't really act on it. I remember they kind of did... That might be the case. I thought they did act on it, and they were just really subtle about it, and Kirito didn't clue in. And didn't really care anyway. But, I don't know. To be fair, most SAO that I have seen was the abridged version, because it's way funnier. Oh! Hello? If you haven't seen SAO Abridged by Something Witty Entertainment, you are missing out on one of the funniest things on YouTube. Root Spur variant transformed and strengthened by green energy, permeating the sand surface into the water underground. Are these things just going to keep popping up? How is this working? So yeah, there was a game called Fatal Bullet that takes place in Gun Gale Online. You do not play as Kirito, you play as your own character, and you get an AI assistant. They do not tell you at the start of the game that they have a subplot where your AI assistant falls in love with you. So it was a little awkward when the first characters I made were based on the Winter Prince and his cousin, his male cousin. They are both straight men. Yes, this is a real game. I played it in trade school because my roommate had it. And I'm like, oh, that's neat. It takes place in Gun Gale, so I'm like, sweet. And it was a shooter! Third-person shooter, but still a shooter. But yeah, I clued in pretty quick that there was going to be, like, that romantic character tension. So I started over, and I made 2 other characters of mine that are canonically husband and wife. Okay, so I gotta do a swappy thing here. Still exist? Yes. In fact, I think you can go get it on Steam right now. I have it on Steam myself, because I enjoyed the gameplay. It wasn't the best, but I did enjoy it. But I hated the story. Not just because they make the AI fall in love with you and you don't have anything you can really do about that. But also because Kirito is in it as part of the story, primarily. He and all of his friends but they don't do much in the story, but it's like every time you make progress in the story, they have like a big celebration for the progress they made in the game, as if it feels oddly corporate. Like you're having a big celebratory meeting that nobody actually cares that much about, and you're just there for the food. But also, it's Kirito and all of his friends. It's like, y'all did hardly anything. And you keep having these celebratory parties. Go the frick away. Yes, I did buy it. I played my roommate's copy, beginning to end. I enjoyed it. And I went ahead and bought it in case I was in the mood to try it again, because I do really like Gun Gale, and I am really bummed that they don't have an official game for that, other than, I think, Fatal Bullet. I really want to play actual Gun Gale MMO stuff. Is it PC or can you get it on mobile? I believe it's PC and console. It is not a gacha game. It is like an actual story-based like RPG, just with an extremely cheap story. Like, aside from Kirito's stuff going on and his harem, the story itself is quite literally just another some guy wants to kill players to be the top dog in GGO, and it's up to you to stop him because you're weirdly good at the game, even though it's actually slightly easy to be good at the game. The one thing I appreciated about it, aside from the gameplay actually being not that bad, is they included the characters from Sword Art Online Alternative as DLC characters, I think. And I'm like, that's kind of sick. I love that. I love Alternative. I love that they included him in there. Another nice thing about Alternative is that it is not a harem. The main character is a girl that, she's a school teacher that was always annoyed about being a really tall woman. She always wanted to be cute and adorable. And so her friend recommended VR games, and she's like, I don't really play games, though. And the friend was like, just trust me on it. Like, you can be whatever you want there. And she was like, alright. But for some reason, like, every VR game just picks your appearance for you, I guess. And they kept giving her, like, butch strong ladies, and she was all pissed off about it. And then finally, just as she was about to give up, she tried Gun Gale, and it gave her, like, a cute, like, chibi look. And she's like, finally! What do you mean, do they show options? I don't know what you're talking about there. But yeah, she gets into GGO, and then kind of accidentally becomes a top GGO player. Because she just keeps following advice that's... like, most of it works. And then... remember when they had that guy that said speed builds are everything, and then it turned out he was lying to get a leg up on the players? She went for that, and it actually worked out really well for her. She became an extremely speedster-type player. But the main story of things is they start hosting a big old competition. And players aren't dying in this competition. It's all good. But the thing is, she meets a player that, like, helps her out and is, like, has connections and stuff. And then this player makes an ultimatum that she wants to commit suicide, but she specifically wants to do it when she dies in the game to make it feel real, to make the competition feel real to her. And she's gonna play her heart out, play the hardest she can, and then kill herself when she dies. And so the main character has to do her best to keep this friend of hers alive and win the tournament somehow, or she has to do... I think she has to do her best to make her friend win the tournament so her friend will not kill herself. Or something like that. But at the same time, she has to keep winning the tournament so her friend is up against as few opponents as possible. It's also, the guy who wrote Alternative is a different author from the main SAO series, and the guy who wrote it is the guy who helped design GGO for the main series, and he's a bona fide gun nut. So he actually knows what he's talking about with all of the guns they use in the show, and I love it. That also means he knows what he's talking about with all of the tactical stuff, because even though it definitely gets very anime and video gamey, it's still like, it makes sense. The main character is a speedster type, so her main weapon is a submachine gun. Compact and fits in small spaces like the character herself. It fires quickly and uses lots of rounds. And then she has a sniper friend that hangs out way in the distance and backs her up with sniping, and he also gives her, like, intel on her surroundings. And I'm like, this is freaking awesome, actually. I love SAO Alternative. I need to watch Season 2 one of these days, when I remember it exists and have the time. Alright, it's now midnight, and I have technically made no progress in this game. So, it's about time I get into things. Enough anime talk, as much as I'm loving this conversation. Let's finish this game like I announced I'm going to. Yes, you do need to find it. It's probably on Crunchyroll. I watched it on Verve back when that was actually good. Alright, Metroid. Metroid. Moat socket linked to a nearby gate. Socketed moats can also be removed. Convo so good you went on an hour-long side quest, right? And I haven't even finished the side quest. No? What? Oh, do I have to pull one of these out, maybe? Yes. Yeah, I haven't talked anime in so long, I kind of just got super invested in it. Why does that look sus? I almost made it through the whole game without anybody pointing it out. Super Ice Shot, significantly amplified over the charged Ice Shot, though requires more ammo to use. Why am I getting this with the lightning gun to get in? Launches several freezing rounds, each with more offensive power. Yeah, it is canon that Samus kind of has weird issues about motherhood. I don't remember the exact nature of them. So they wanted to put that symbolism into this game, even though I don't think there's a whole lot to the story that has to do with that so far. To be fair, that's kind of what the whole story was about in Metroid Other M, which is the Metroid we don't talk about and that I keep forgetting exists. And, yeah, that game wasn't great. Also, hello, Laura! What brought you to Twitch and what brought you to me? I'm curious. Glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy the show. You just missed an incredibly long conversation about anime. That I was not expecting. Do I really have all of the crystals? No! I do not. You don't want to hear it. Yeah, some of that conversation was a little awkward. But it was fun. Okay, where are these gems I'm apparently missing? Why are they not showing up on my radar? Alright, I'm gonna go the long way around, see if any more gems pop up. Or if I spot another campfire for Camperman. Oh, more gems. Okay. There's a little baby one over here. It's definitely one that I got earlier, but I missed it. Missed the little bit. Right here. Are you kidding me? It's this tiny little scrub right here? Gosh dang it, game. Sometimes my family members call me Laura July. My real name is Laura Lee Poof. Word of advice about being on the internet, do not say what your real name is unless you really, really trust the person. I'm not going to dox you, but you kind of just dox yourself to the whole internet. Anybody that sees this... And I do re-upload these episodes to YouTube, so be careful about that. It's all good. I'll have to remember to go in and make an edit or something, maybe. Live from Red, 7 people who are definitely too broke to care, though. Yeah, you never know, though. Maybe someday I'll end up just hitting a huge streak of viewership and somebody will take advantage of that name. I don't know. Also, hello, Red. Glad to have you here as well. What brought you to my stream? I'm curious. Are you somebody I know? Okay, Camperman I think is over here. That might be why there's that mark there. But there's no smoke. So why is that mark there? Oh no, it's a big one. Got it. What? No, I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. Zoned out during a whole convo. What? Well, I wanted to know what you thought was the best Metroid game. I wanted to play one. Oh, that's really hard to define. Okay. The most fun I've ever had in a Metroid game, I think, was Metroid Dread. But Metroid Dread is also a lot harder than some of the other games before it. Also, some of the games make a lot more sense if you understand what came before them. I'm going to say your best bet is probably just to play Zero Mission, which is a remake of the first Metroid game, and just play them in order. Oh, you know what, though? There is Super Metroid. Super Metroid is, like, a perfect Metroid game. And then the Prime games are technically spin-offs. They're the 3D ones. Yeah, Metroid Dread is extremely fun, but it's also the last game in the timeline so far. You'd essentially be going into the Metroid series at the end of the book. I assume for 3DS you just start with Prime 1. Oh, 3D. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, just start with Prime 1 for 3D. Maybe Prime 2, because that's kind of a spin-off of the spin-offs. Does the story actually matter? A little bit. The story doesn't really affect the gameplay at all. But if you know the story, it does make it a little cooler. They do interconnect. By the way, Laura, if you're still there, I don't know how much you know about this game, but I have to apologize if this seems really boring at the moment. I am sidequesting. This is not the primary gameplay that you're seeing here. Would you say Metroid Dread is the best Metroidvania, or are there better ones? Ooh, Silksong is really competing for that position right now. I'll tell you that much. But I'm not great at picking favorites, or picking the best of anything, just because that title's always in flux, especially when it depends on my mood. And my mood is frequently in flux as well about certain things. Like, I'm really enjoying this game, but I might only play it once. I have played Dread at least twice. And I love Dread. Dread is freaking great. I have also played AM2R, which is a fan-made remake of Metroid 2, multiple times as well. I really like that. If you play Metroid 2, play the AM2R version of it. It is fan-made, but it is, in my opinion, the best version of it. It has some really cool extra content while remaining faithful to the main series. Not the 3DS one. The 3DS one was good, but I didn't finish it. It just didn't hook me all that well. Oh, we're so close to having all of them. What am I missing? Is there another one out here that I haven't been in yet? Ice blocker. But I probably broke that one already. And we've officially uncovered this whole map now. That's funny, fan remake beats the real one. So the fan remake came out a year before the real one did. Because nobody knew they were making the real one. People had been waiting years for it. Okay, I haven't broken this one. It's weird that it showed up gray instead of blue. I will say the 3DS one is still good. I just prefer the fan remake. Yeah, the 3DS one is definitely like, that's the official story. Gyroscope mechanism that responds to psychic ability. Once active, a target will appear at its center. But like the fan remake one was so good, I sometimes forget it's not official. Ooh, okay, this is fun. Hold on. Can I scan that? It is purple, which is not a regular scan color. No, I can't scan that. That's just a thing. I'm gonna go through right here. Ah. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Ah, bad timing. Is the 3DS one worth the time? I'm gonna say probably. Especially if you want to remain faithful to the story. Like, my preference for AM2R might just be my preference. Stone cylinder that functions as a lift. It is held aloft by psychic energy. Touch the hologram to activate. Gyroscope operation complete, lift activated. How do you even get AM2R? They took it down from the main site, but fans kept it up. And they're not suing the fans. You can't sue the whole of the internet. And not only did fans keep it up, they started making fan updates to it and such. It's actually more developed now than it was when they shut it down. So it's just free on the internet. Yeah, you can just go play it if you want to try it out. It has controller support, it has randomizer, difficulty options. It's really good. And it was made in the style of the GBA games, which were fantastic. So yeah, my suggested order for playing the games is Metroid Zero Mission, AM2R, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Dread, and then the Prime games 1 through 4. You can play Prime Hunters if you want anywhere in there, because it's technically a spin-off of the spin-offs. And then Other M can be ignored. Nobody likes Other M. I haven't played it. One of these days I might, when I remember I can. Maybe. But yeah, nobody likes Other M. A lot of people don't even consider it canon. And I don't blame them. Super Fire Shot. Significantly amplified with a charged fire shot that requires more ammo to use. Launches a large number of burning rounds at enemies. Cool. I will say I'm not going to fault you because I didn't tell you, but please watch your language while you're here if you can. I do have family that occasionally watches this, and they're pretty religious. You're good though. Once in a blue moon, I'm not going to complain about it. You own Metroid Zero Mission but haven't played it. That's a little interesting. Yes, Metroid Zero Mission is really good. I like Fusion slightly more because I like the story of Fusion. and I love how good it is at creating tension for a 2D game. But otherwise, yeah, Zero Mission's great, and it is the first one in the timeline. It is a remake of the first Metroid game ever. By the way, if you want Samus's backstory, like you want to know what Samus's life was like before the first game, I have a video on my YouTube channel called Samus's Backstory in 2 minutes. It is literally Samus's backstory in 2 minutes. It's everything you need to know about her before the first game, and you don't even need to know it, it's just like neat to know. Go watch it. I would love to get more attention on that. I've actually been meaning to make more lore videos about Metroid for like the whole series, but stuff got busy and I keep completely forgetting all about it, even though I have all of the scripts written up. Hopefully one of these days I'll be back to streaming one game at a time, and I'll find the time to do that. I'm also planning to do a live reading of a fan fiction I've been following that I really, really like, so that might get in the way of me remembering as well. I thought using 2 ooze would bypass it. I guess I'll switch to fudge. That works. Yeah, no, the filter definitely caught that. I'm a little surprised about that myself. So you never answered my question, Red. Do I know you from somewhere? Do we share a Discord or anything? If I know you personally, do not say your real name. Just tell me where I know you from. It did what, Naruto? No, just wanted to know what Metroid to start with. That's fair. Well, I hope you like this show. And I hope to see you around more. You seem like a fun person to chat with. And I'm a huge gaming nut. I can answer all kinds of gaming questions. As well as just general pop culture questions. I'm also a little bit of a film buff. Just a little bit. Anime and TV buff. Books. Random internet happenings. Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, this is actually supposed to be the end of this game that I'm getting into. I've spent way too long side questing now, but I'm moving on with the story at this point. Hopefully this is planned to be the finale. So you might get spoiled on one of the coolest characters in the series, though I heard it's not that amazing of a reveal, unfortunately. But I have intentionally not spoiled myself on how this game ends. I do not know what to expect going forward. At least not for sure. I don't think... Oh wait, I did need to come back here because of the crystal thing. I was like, why did I come back here? I should be going to the tower.
You did it, Samus. You found the missing pieces. That was everything I needed to fix Betsy. You know, the mech. She is good to go.
Excellent work, Samus. With the mech repaired, we'll be able to destroy the force field around Chrono Tower.
Yeah, we're gonna want to be careful with that. Just saying I had to get a little creative with those repairs. Yeah, I can only guarantee about 80% functionality.
Oh, just 80%. That's good, Gearhead.
We trust you. Before we can leave, you'll need to secure the memory fruit. Come back and see me when you're ready.
I secured... Wait. Do I have to get all of the crystals? I hope not. I thought that was a side quest thing. You know what? That's probably what the blue is that's like extras. Such a hard question, but I actually like Ocarina of Time the most. The other ones do a lot of weird stuff, and I never played Tears. Tears of the Kingdom is fun as heck, dude. I never got around to finishing it, mostly because I got really confused at some point about what I was supposed to do, but I really enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know what you mean by weird stuff, though. I'd argue Ocarina's just as weird as the rest of them. Yeah, Wind Waker's great. The music in Wind Waker is fantastic. Oh, shoot! The light suit came back. Motion controls Wolf Link and sailing. What's weird about that? I don't think Wind Waker is underrated anymore. I think it finally got the attention it deserved. I don't think Wolf Link really ruined Twilight Princess that much. The sailing could have been done better. They did fix the sailing in a remake. They made it way faster. But, like, that's the 3D ones, dude. What about the 2D ones? My only qualm with Minish Cap is that it's short. Oh, yeah, and the grind for 100% is a little unfair because there are permanently missable things. But, there's permanently missable things and a randomization aspect to it that really sucks. But if you want underrated Zelda games, the Oracle games, man. I streamed both of those recently. Quote-unquote recently. I streamed one of them back before October because I was supposed to finish playing it before Mina the Hollower came out. And then I played one before this past October. I played the other one like 2 years ago before October because I thought Mina was coming out, and I realized I'd accidentally gaslit myself into getting the release date wrong. I think Link's Awakening is the tightest one for sure, specifically the remake. That one was good. I never finished that one. I don't like Link's Awakening as much as I like the Oracle games, I'll be honest. Link's Awakening confuses me a little bit here and there. They are both on Switch Online, yes. Memory Fruit acquired, Legacy Suit acquired. Is it called the Legacy Suit because it looks like the light suit? Or is it because of the memory thing? It's probably because of the memory thing. Oh, you need to go play the Oracle games, man. They are so underrated. They're also like the most spin-off-y Zelda games that are not weird multiplayer stuff. The Memory Fruit is the legacy of the Lemorn. It is a database containing all of their accumulated knowledge and history. Actually playing Minish Cap right now. Minish Cap's great. I love that one. The Legacy Suit is a power suit designed by the Lemorn that can generate a protective barrier. To activate, switch to the Psychic Visor, then press and hold R to generate the barrier. This consumes 35 missile ammo. The barrier's power and duration are limited. Its energy will deplete faster as it absorbs attacks. The barrier damages enemies that touch it. Interesting. Red, I'm gonna give you a hint for the Minish Cap. Do not ignore the swordsman. The sword masters that can teach you sword moves. Do not ignore them. Find all of them. Also, do not ignore kinstone trades, because those will help you get the sword masters. Because, fun fact, the final move you can learn from them, once you've learned them all, is called the Great Spin Attack. It is a spin attack that lets you keep spinning and move around the screen while you do. Oh, have you played Minish Cap before? Feels a little weird not having the neat, sleek red biker suit now, but now I'm platinum! Yeah, this really feels like they just... Oh, it's 4 segments instead of 3 now. Neat. The only reason I'm informing you about it instead of being like, no spoil... instead of being no spoilery is because it is a side quest thing that you can miss. Not permanently miss, like some other things, but... It's so much fun. It is absolutely worth it. One of these days, I'll probably stream Minish Cap myself, so... Stay tuned for that, I suppose.
All right, you've secured the memory fruit. We can leave for Chrono Tower as soon as you give the order, Samus. You ready?
Order troops to move forward? Yes.
Once we leave, there's no turning back. If there's anything you need to complete, now is the time.
Minish Cap is notoriously mean for 100%ing. If you are not meticulous as heck, you literally need a checklist to make sure you accomplish everything before you miss it. I did 100% the game. It took me... I had to follow a checklist, and then after finishing the main game stuff, it took multiple days of grinding the statues, the minifigures. It is awful to 100%. There will be no turning back if you proceed. Are you fully prepared? Are you kidding me? So does this mean I have to go find the other crystals? Or else I just won't be able to 100% this file? Is that what's going on? I don't know if I like this game. I'm so close to the end. I don't know if I like this game enough to play it a second time. With how my life is these days. Even though I already have like a half-finished file. Screw it. I'm gonna see if I can find the last crystals. They've got to be out there somewhere. I should not stay up too late, but it's looking like I'm gonna be. Sounds kind of a fun challenge, something where I could be like, welcome to the Salty Spittoon, how tough are you? I beat that one quest in Minish Cap in 30 minutes. No. So, are you familiar with, have you found the minifigure stuff yet? No? Oh boy, do you want me to tell you about it? The main issue with it is the mechanics behind it. Heck no, I'll be fine. Alright. I'm gonna tell you this, though. I am absolutely not 100%ing that game on stream. Oh, hold on. We got some sound desync. Boop, boop. There we go. I will never get used to how it kind of sounds like the sound happens before the animation. Where are those final crystals? Also, I think there's one more chat that I can have with Sniper Guy. Actually, Zelda Sheik, are you still there? Yeah? Alright, do me a favor, look up Sniper Guy's camping spots. And tell me where the last one is. and when I can find it. I am fully aware, game. I'm trying to find these crystals that you so graciously put so many into the desert. And sent me on a wild goose chase for. If I was to play Zero Mission, how would that rank with the other Metroids? Well, I do think the DS Metroid 2 is the weakest of the 5. Okay, here's the thing. So, the original Metroid 1 and 2 were revolutionary for their time, but they did not age well. Oh my gosh, they are painful to play in the modern day, with all the advancements that gaming has had since then. Compared to those, nearly any other Metroid game is way better. But I will say, I think between Zero Mission, AM2R, the official Metroid 2 remake, and then Super Metroid, Fusion, and Dread, I think the 3DS Metroid 2 might be the weakest one, but I haven't played it recently enough to properly compare. Beyond that, Zero Mission, I think, is the weakest of the 5, but it is still very good, and speedrunning it is very fun. I don't do like 100% speedruns and stuff, but or like exploity speedruns, but that game does feel very good to play. Following that, Fusion might be the weakest, just because it's extremely linear. I don't mind that very much, though. I really like the story in it. I really like Fusion. Have I found all the crystals out here? What's happening? What am I missing? Zelda 2 I don't think is fun. Have you played AM2R, Naruto? Because AM2R is genuinely fun. I think I played it twice through when I first found it. I don't remember. No? Yeah, go play AM2R. You'll change your mind about that. AM2R is Metroid 2 in the style of the GBA games, with a couple extra twists. Like, they add the scan system into it, but it's automatic scans, so you can just go check out the logs anytime you want without having to interrupt the gameplay. Super Metroid and Dread are easily the best of the 2D games. They are super good. Have you met him on the debris near the Great Mines? I imagine that's right here. And I have not. Alright, called it. We're good.
Samus, nice to see you again.
We finally get a good look at the suit.
I was born on the fourth moon of Salatine, in the northern reaches. Resources were scarce, and each day was a struggle to survive. By my generation, it was difficult to support the family by hunting, so I joined the Federation. I don't know if this was in line with Solon and my father's way, but I had to do it to feed our family. So from hunter, I became sniper. It's strange. My words flow so easily around you. Oh, before you go, Samus, it looks like there's a few ruins in this valley. I found something near one of them.
Shot expansion. Alright. That's the last one, right, Zelda Sheik? Met him in the outcropping near the entrance to Fury Green. I think that was the previous one.
Hey, Solon, watch over.
You too, dude. You're cool. Favorite Metroidvania? I can't really pick a favorite. I like Metroidvanias a lot. I think Metroid Dread and Silk Song might be tied. Power Bomb expansion? I don't think I got that yet. Does that come after this one? What activates it? Do I just go somewhere else or something? Or do I have to collect all of the crystals first? Where the frick are these last crystals anyway? Why haven't I found them? I can't have missed anything inside the weapon expansion areas, right? Guess I'll have to go double check those. Walkthrough says you have to meet him in other locations before he moves there. So I'll probably just have to, like, go down into the save room or something. Come back out and then see if he's over there, I guess. I like the subtle blue shielding on this suit. It's really cool. I'm impressed. I haven't heard or seen anything about the suit. Then again, I have been intentionally avoiding Prime 4 spoilers. Alright. I guess let's go over here now. Okay, I don't know if his smoke is supposed to be visible from over here, but I definitely can't see it anymore. Near the entrance to Fury Green, I think is over here. Is it in Fury Green, or is it still in the desert? Because when you say the entrance to Fury Green... What? Hold on a minute. Oh, is that just marking that's where I need to go? Go to the left? I kind of figured it was over there. I didn't see his smoke, though, so maybe he didn't move there yet. Would he have been over here, basically? Yeah, there's no smoke there, so he's not there yet. Does this say anything about what triggers him to move there? Or what triggers him to move to the... like, how many positions are there? Is there only 4? Because I found him at 3. So, as I've heard, is it true that the desert is not enjoyable at all? Just the 4? Oh, maybe I did miss something here. Hold on. There's little things I haven't scanned here. Web crawler, arthropod variant found in the underground shrines of Soul Valley. They possess a spinneret on their abdomen and produce thread from their telson when nesting. What is a telson? Can you look that up for me, Zelda Sheik? T-E-L-S-O-N? The desert is slightly enjoyable, but only in the sense that you're blasting through it on a motorbike. A really cool sci-fi motorbike. Otherwise, I imagine if I wasn't streaming it and conversing with you guys, I'd probably be having a miserable time there right now. The desert could be cooler. Let's put it that way. The last segment in the abdomen or terminal appendage to it in crustaceans, chelicerates, and embryonic insects. I'm learning all kinds of new words from these scans, man. Music would help too. Fun fact, it has music. Locked away behind an amiibo. It's slightly more atmospheric, than the silence, but it's really not worth it. It's just ambient sounds. Web crawlers are arthropods who prefer to live in the underground areas of Soul Valley where light cannot reach. They create nests using a protein-based thread produced in the spinneret on their abdomen, which is then released from their telson. This thread is very effective at distributing impact and cannot be broken even using powerful firearms. However, it is very flammable, burning up instantly if lit on fire. The Lemorn developed tools such as wire using this thread, yet they were unable to change its flammable nature, dooming further research. Ad break coming up soon. Seeing a screenshot for his last position. Don't you get a jukebox so you can listen to some classic songs? Not that I've heard. I just saw a message that Faceless sent me earlier about Food Wars. Oh dear. Zelda Sheik, did you send me that picture on my phone? Alright, does it say if there are any other requirements for him to move to that last location? I had to have been in here before. Maybe there's some, you know what? Maybe there's some power bomb crystals amongst these things that I wasn't able to get yet. I bet that's what's going on. Alright, I have to do a little bit of repositioning on these things. Just says you might need to go to other areas to get him to move or progress the story. Oh, by the way, thanks for the follow, Red. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you back for other streams. I was going to say earlier, and I got sidetracked. Current other streams that I have going. I have been playing through Terraria. Progress has been slow. I made a fair amount yesterday, but I'm still struggling to beat Boss 2 in expert mode. I'm hoping to change that soon. I have plans. I'm just hoping they work out. And then I'm planning to do at least one stream of Arknight's Endfield in the near future. I have Silksong on hold because a lot of other things came up while I was doing some side-questy stuff with it. I will be returning to that once I'm done with Metroid Prime 4. Was there anything else? I still have to do one more multiplayer episode of Prime Hunters. Maybe I'll do that before I return to Silksong. Yeah, I think that's all the streams I've got going on. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Somebody correct me if I'm forgetting something. But then I plan to play Mina the Hollower on release date. The release date hasn't been announced yet, but it's coming out this spring. So probably next month. I have a big surprise planned for it as well. That's a broken door. I wonder what was behind it. This was the place I was just in earlier. But I was pretty distracted, so maybe I forgot something. Doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna be super mad if it turns out the missing crystals are in other zones of the game entirely. I ain't got time for that. Or I do, but I wasn't planning to. Ad break, good to know, thank you. Are there any explodable crystals down here? Doesn't seem like it. Ooh, that looks really cool. And so does that yellow glow. Ooh, that's vibrant. What do things look like up top? Did my morph ball just have an after image there? Slightly. Cool. Really? Okay. You jerk. I've already done this twice. I'm pretty sure there's nothing up top, but I'm trying to be thorough. Dang it. But I got stuck somehow. That was weird. Go down. There we go. Welcome back, Zelda Sheik. I think this is our way up. Looks like it. Oh yeah, there is another reason to play Metroid before you play other Metroidvanias. It's because Metroid, other than Dread anyway, is a lot easier than most other popular Metroidvanias tend to be. At least with the default difficulties. Like, Silksong, I love Silksong, but it is way harder than most of these Metroid games. And it's a sequel, so it's not exactly a good jumping-in point for Metroidvanias in general. I like Axiom Verge as well, which is very Metroid inspired, but it has its quirks. Not all of them user-friendly. Or new player-friendly, I should say. What's this one over here? Hold on. I never did look. Hold on. How's this different now? Oh, right. I have to charge it longer. Ooh, lots more bounciness. Woo! And how about this one? Oh, that's the super beam. Okay. Right. I remember how it works now. Got it. I forgot it was two-stage. I was thinking it just replaced it straight up. Is Red even still there? Did I miss him? No, they're not. They left. I just gave advice to someone that's not here. Bye, Red. Hello, Saya. I saw you there. No crystals in here either. I never scanned this. Not that it's an important one. Where the heck are these last crystals? If I can't find them here, I'm just gonna move on with the story. This is getting a little ridiculous. Did I get this one already? I don't even remember. Get me out of here. One in the morning, and I have not even begun the actual proper finale of things. What a world. Okay, I could believe having some mist crystals somewhere around here. Doesn't seem they're in here. Okay. Nothing in here. Dang it. I swear, it's gonna be some crystals that are in one of the other zones, isn't it? These birds keep faking me out. They're all green like the crystals I need to find. Honestly, the main reason I'm going for 100% is because I'm worried there's gonna be like a post-credit cutscene or something that I'm gonna miss if I don't have 100%. Hey Zelda Sheik, is there a special reward for getting 100%? Are you willing to look that up? Or is it just your usual, like... Samus removes her helmet or doesn't kind of ending? There they are! Is it? I hope that's all of them. I don't know how I missed that. Is that all of them? It is all of them. That was it! Okay! Ow! 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 That's mean of you! Why didn't you attack me on my way in, you jerks? Removes helmet and more backstory about Silex. Okay! I definitely don't have 100% of the items, though. Alright, do me a favorite. A favorite? Do me another favor. Once I hit this point of no return thing, am I locked out of finding more items? Find the scout bot. That's new. Because, like, some games will say point of no return, but it's only a point of no return for that session, right? Or it's like, yeah, you can come back later, but you won't be able to return to it for, like, an hour, you know? If I can come back later and 100% it as, like, an extra episode, fine, I'll just move on, but if I can't, if it really is a true point of no return, then I'll just have to finish the game next week. Because I really want to know about Silex. Oh! There I go. Never mind. Adventure's over. Samus died. Okay, hold on. There's a scout bot somewhere around here? Is it down here? Is it over there? It might be over there. I haven't been over there. There's the scout bot. Take valuables within the zone. Access code approved. Unacquired items in this area have been marked. You find anything, Zelda Sheik? Did you even hear my new request? Looking it up. Why is there a mark here? Is this inside? Oh, yeah, this thing. Hold on. I'll take that, thank you. Man, I'm down so many energy tanks. Oh, I didn't even realize I could drive through those. Well, I guess that was the item I was looking for, okay. You cannot get 100% after telling Duke you're ready to go. Well, shoot! How am I on scans? Scans 96%, so I think I've got all of them, except for what's in the ending. Are you able to look up how many scans are in the bit after you tell Duke you're ready to go? Man, I can't believe we're still doing point of no returns. Points of no return in... That's definitely not how I was supposed to get up here. I can't believe we're doing points of no return in the modern day in games like this with collection achievements. Viola boost tank, one more, now that I only kinda don't need it anymore. What do you mean there's items in each of these? That can't be right! What? I just went through all of them! Except maybe like 2! What are you talking about, game? No, we're gonna investigate this. How can this be? I hate you, machines! You're cool, but gosh dang it, are you annoying? Because you don't die unless I ram you, and that's a little dumb. You need to get 98% before you go into the final quest, but can apparently get 100 before then. You do need 100% items, though. What do you mean, apparently get 100 before then? Does it just allow a slight grace amount? So I can get 98% and still get the true ending or something? Okay, what the frick did I miss in here that has an item behind it? I was just here. It is over on the other side. Is it inside the pillar? Oh my gosh. I'm a blind bat today, I guess. Gimme you. But now what the heck did I miss in 3 of the other ones? Thank goodness they missed me this time. It feels so weird not having those in order of collection, going clockwise. Well, with how late it is, I might be able to push 2 more hours. So maybe I can still make time to do the actual end of the game. But if not, I apologize to all of you still watching this for teasing you at the end of the game tonight, and then not. I was not aware that it would lock me out of completion if I go too far. Can't believe we're still dealing with that stuff in the modern day. It's always been dumb. How am I supposed to get up there? What item percent am I at? 70. But I now have the ability to pinpoint exactly where all of the items are, and then it's just a matter of getting them. The only problem is I just need to figure out... The items that are going to be the trickiest are the ones where, like, I've been in that room recently. Because the fact that I didn't spot the item or get it last time I was in there is a hint at the challenge of it. Okay, now I'm very confused. How am I supposed to... Yeah, like this one, how am I supposed to do this? There's no morph ball hole down here. Do I just... No. How do I get you? Did I do something earlier that locked me out of getting that? Oh, there's something under it. Hold on. I have to go around to get to that? maybe? Aha! No. There we go. That took too long. If I do not finish this tonight, don't be surprised if next week's announcement looks identical to this week's. I was proud of hyping that up, and now I'm annoyed. Fair warning, you have 1 more hour max. I think you mean minimum. But you're saying the end game stuff that is point of no return is 1 hour at least? Oh, one more hour from me. Fair enough. What am I missing in here? I've been in here twice today. Whatever I'm missing is not in here. What? But it was marked, right? Am I not missing something in here? I should probably go back to the tree and dump the last of these motes before I forget, now that I think about it. Because I keep forgetting I haven't actually done that yet. Okay, yeah, this one is marked. You sneaky son of a gun. Hey! Oh, we're playing this game now. I don't have time for you. I don't know when you sent that message, Zelda Sheik, but I only just saw it. A small part of me slightly wishes I wasn't trying to keep this channel family friendly, because I really wanted to quote Hellsing Abridged when I found that door. Call it a cheeky D-waffle. Is that still too harsh to say? I don't know. Ooh, they look really nice shiny blue when they're pointed at the sky. Use dead crystals. Ah! Woo! Look at him go! Still alive, though, because of course he is. They can't be bothered to just take a hint. Can I break this too? I can't. I'm running low on explosives. I'm officially out of them now. And it looks like it's not going to be in any of these anyway. Whoops. I probably needed to blow those up if I can. Oops. Though if I can, then it's weird I can't scan them. I can get up here. Probably not up there. Ah, here we are. But of course I need a power bomb to get inside. Is this going to give me one? No, it's going to give me ammo. That'll give me a power bomb, thank goodness. They picked an interesting shape for the power bomb expansions. I'm used to power bomb expansions being big and round, not spiky looking. There's one right there, too. Excuse me. I'm getting hungry, and I don't have any midnight snacks right now. At least none that are that filling. Yank. No, go away! Fall in the pit! I hope it actually did. Oh wait, I can keep going across this. Or do I need to? Is this the right thing? Did I already do that? There we go. Weird that a power bomb won't break that, but a super missile will. Have to go to bed now, so good night. Good night, Faceless. I'm once again sorry for teasing everyone with my announcement. I didn't realize there'd be that much of an incentive to go for 100% until after I'd already started streaming and got thinking about it. Wait, the item pointer's still there? Why? Why are you still there? I just got it. Is there a second one? Somewhere? Okay. It says it's over there still. Is this game messing with me? I swear, if it's bugging out, I'm gonna be so mad. I ain't got time for this game to be bugging out on me. Nope, it is over there. Okay. That's interesting. Didn't even know I could come down here without dying. I almost overshot that somehow. Okay, I'm actually getting very hungry. It's starting to get actually a little bit painful. Surprisingly quick. Whoop. Well, I'm down here now. I'm gonna climb out of this pit and then go get myself a snack of some kind. Alright, I'll be right back, everyone. We've been at this 2.5 hours anyway. I think it's a fair time for folks to take like a potty break and such. See you in, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I should have hit pause on the recording. Y'all still there? See Naruto, Orange, Saya, Zelda Sheik, and hints. Zelda Sheik is still there? Alright. I'm back. Let's continue this item hunt and see how much of it I can get done before 3 a.m. Let's see, where was I going? Hold on. I'm looping around that way. Okay. And then I need to go back to the tree to deposit these last few crystals. And probably go about the forest to get any items I missed in the forest. Which is probably plenty, because I haven't really explored the forest itself much since I got out of it. This is... Is he still over here in the debris? He is. Why? Is it just because I haven't been to one of the other major areas yet? Half asleep, but here. Wait a minute, what? Huh? Hold on a sec. What am I seeing over here? Okay, that is that one. Alright, that looked a lot farther on that map than it did on the mini-map. I was really confused. No secrets on the back this time, right? Nope. Now, what did I miss in here? I've only just now noticed that they all have different statues. I probably scanned them at some point, but I didn't realize they had such vibrant differences. It's really neat. We're at the end of this one. I'm a little too close to my desk again. There we go. How did I miss something around the back? What? What is happening here? I can't do anything with the statue. I can't do anything with these. But yet, there's something here. I should be able to do something with that. What? Okay, hold on. That's interesting. Alright. Glad I looked around. That explains it. I love how they made a stony tree stump. Like, that really just looks like a tree stump made of rock. I guess that's one way to combine nature and technology. In a mimicry of the Chozo that may have never met the Lamorn. Excuse me. Oh wait, I could have just used the statue. Oh well. I'm a dunce. We've established this countless times. These are the last two items out here. Seems like it. Haha! That's how that's supposed to go. Ad breaks happening, huh? Oh. Okay, being able to hit nearby creatures makes this really handy for dealing with crowds, it seems. Okay. What do you got up there? That's a neat little hiding spot, I gotta say. Okay, there's a tunnel up there from somewhere. Probably from up above. Welcome back, Zelshik. Oh. I fumbled that. Or I didn't. I need to move this up one more notch. Did that go up high enough? I can't tell. There we go. Haha! We actually had to use the classic Morph Ball jump to get up there. Morph Ball bomb jump, rather. Neato! Yeah, check that out. I was up in a hole in the wall. I'm gonna use the teleporter thing, just in case that happens to reset Takabi. Did I ever get the chance to tell you guys what I found out about why Takabi's name sounded so familiar to me? I think I did mention it last week. But I don't remember if that's when I mentioned it, or if that's when I first was like, wait, who's Takabi? Yeah, if I didn't mention it last week, I found out why Takabi's name sounded so familiar. Okay, somewhere around here is an item. Is it up on top? Can I not climb that? I cannot. Okay, color me confused. That's where he's supposed to move to next. So that might be why that's marked then. So I guess we'll go this way. See where this item is here. Go to the forest. Dump the crystals while I remember. And then come back. And if he's not back, then I'll have to figure something else out. Oh gosh. Where's the... Did I break the nest? I guess I did. Okay, now where is this item that I apparently missed? This is a neat little area. If I had to go camping in a desert, I'd probably plant myself over here in the shade instead of out there in the middle of one of those little rocky outcroppings. Though that outcropping what just happened to my voice? That outcropping would be ideal compared to all the sand. But if I pass through this to get there, I'd rather plant my camp right here. After dealing with the wasps, of course. Maybe that's why he chose out in the desert. To get away from the wasps. Okay, what am I missing? There's supposed to be an item somewhere around here. But nothing drops an item here. Is it further ahead? It might be further in. Nothing to scan. Where does this go? I don't even remember this. I don't think I've been down here. I absolutely have not been down here before, I'm pretty sure. Or if I have, I definitely didn't go through this. This feels like Prime 2 all over again. Oh, now I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. Why is there a cutscene leading down here? Is that how I get out there from the forest? Is that what's going on? That's gotta be it. I go from the forest to the desert and then I find the cannon afterward, I guess. It's still funny that they bother having cutscenes of just Samus running. Oh. Well, this is the original entrance to the forest. Neat. I've definitely been through there at least once then. Alright, I guess I'll make my way through, look for any items that I might have missed. Or a scout bot that can reveal them. Hey Zelda She, can you look up if there's a scout bot for this area and where it is? You know what, it's probably toward the end of it, isn't it? Because that's where the cannon takes you. Can't freeze that waterfall, alright. That's a really cool trunk formation, or root formation, or whatever, I gotta say. Looks awesome. Excuse me. What? Surface cracks were caused by a strong impact item detected within. Okay, I did have to powerbomb it. Why'd they say impact? I know it said from an impact, but like, you'd think they would have given a hint as to what I needed to break it with. Ah, these are regular weak guys. Why haven't they gotten the green energy upgrade yet? Developer oversight, maybe? Nice and quick. Can you open the map? I'm gonna bet the bot is somewhere in this area, isn't it? Am I correct? In fact, I think I remember seeing it like over here at one point. Maybe in there. Where is it? Not according to the map I'm looking at. Alright. So where is it then? Up, left, or right? In the offshoot of the room with the bulge in front of you. So over here. You know what? That was going to be my next guess. So, cool. How about you burn? Just burn up. Come on. That's better. I'm impressed at how sturdy that plant is. Interesting that it's not a flamethrower this time. It just launches a bunch of fireballs, but I'll take it. One shot got him after I hit him with that missile. That's kind of funny. A missile and one shot. That's a weird balance. To be fair, it's in water, so it would be easy for it to put itself out. You know what? That's true. There you are. Area map updated. I did miss one on the way here. I knew that would happen. But there isn't one in front of me, so I can just turn right back around. This music is genuinely great. I already activated those platforms, but I never came up here and got this? What? I'm a dunce. Like, more than usual for that one. How much will this do against you? Possibly better than the fireballs, actually. How about the good old... Yep, that works. Much more ammo efficient. Okay. Ah, that's what I missed. I don't know why I'm inclined to press start to use Morph Ball. That is not a muscle memory for me. And yet it's what I keep doing. Maybe it's related... You know what? Maybe it's because the last time I actually properly played a Metroid game on console instead of on, like, Prime Hack or something, it was Prime 3, and I think you press the minus button to go into Morph Ball mode on the Wii Remote. And that motion is very similar to pressing the start button on the Xbox controller. Or the Pro controller or whatever. So that's probably where I'm getting it all mixed up. Oh, I need to head to bed myself here in a minute. I'm already really pushing it. And I need to stop staying up until 3. 2 is supposed to be my cutoff time for everything, but I've been abusing the heck out of it this past week. Oh, I just missile the flowers, alright. Ah, concussive, that's right. Well, have a good night, Zelda Sheik. Sorry I teased the finale of the game and then went side-questing the whole time. I was not expecting that. But next time will be the proper finale. I don't know if I will do it tomorrow or next Sunday. Probably next Sunday, just to make sure everybody can make it. But we'll see. Whatever the case, Whatever I don't do tonight will be done off stream until I am ready for the finale for sure. Ah, he can't get in, sucker. At least I don't think I can. Stop spitting at me! Get stuck again! Ah, you stubborn son of a gun. I guess in his defense, he lived slightly longer because of how distracted I was. This music sounds a little bit like some of the music from Metroid 2. Alright, because I'm getting very tired, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to finish everything in the forest here and then call it. And I'll go get the items at the other zones in the game on my own time. And then see where we're at. Oh, that jerk. I'm yawning way too much. There's my signal that it's definitely going to be time to call it very soon. I like this music, it's really cool. I shouldn't even bother with my misses at this point. These guys are really easy to kill. Alright, now it's just to go that way. Head all the way through and deposit the crystals. I'm remembering to put in the crystals. Love how she's still all tangled up. Heavyweight class golem component attachment and restoration complete. All systems are online, I almost said symptoms, and functional. Note that parts damage and issues with firearm limiter tuning may affect weapons output. Heck yeah. I can finally get that. And I think that's everything in this part of in this neck of the woods, if you can call it that. Still at 96% scans. What scans am I missing, I wonder? Galactic Federation containers in hard cases. They are used for carrying supplies from the UTO Research Center on planet Tanamar. I wasn't worrying about you, Mackenzie, but also you were freaking terrified when I found you, dude, so stop boasting. Am I gonna get a second fruit out of this? What? The memory fruit has grown and the altar has unfolded. Green energy crystals can continue to be offered until it becomes completely full. It says 100% collected. So, I thought there would be another reward for 100%, but okay. There's one more item over there. Ah, I can open this from this side. Neat! I thought I saw a webbing over that hole, but it was just the roots. The roots surrounding the hole. Well, that was very satisfying. I'm proud of that. Alright, I think that's all the items in this place. Seems like it. I'm getting too tired to navigate. Come on. All right. Come on. Oh, huge sound delay. I forgot to even worry about that, but...
Welcome back.
Hello again, Takabi. I almost forgot, I have to check and see if he respawned out there. I'm gonna adjust the sound quick, even though I was planning to call it here now. But let's just be safe, just before I forget.
Hey, Solon, watch over me.
Alright, launch back out. This is tactically headed to my next destination anyway. So I can just get out to the desert, bike my way to the nearest other location, and save the game, and then continue on my own time. Y'all, I am falling asleep right now. I closed my eyes and just figured I'd wait out this cutscene, and I just about passed right into dreamland. Of course, the beautiful ambient music didn't help, I'll say that much. Alright, Tokabi. Not to be confused with Dokabi from Rainbow Six. That's why Tokabi's name sounded familiar to me. Let's see if you're where the games, or the guides rather, say you should be. Whoa, that was weird. Turn around, Samus. Come on. There we go.
Come back to base camp when you're ready.
Tokabi is much closer. Alright. Finally got the last Tokabi spawn. Brilliant. Love that harmonica, dude. We need more harmonicas in games.
Samus,
Non-redneck
have
games.
you already seen the rebels from the Federation base? Seeing that reminds me of my job. Ever heard of Herc Unit Delta? Come rest. Quietly eliminating threats to keep planets on the fringe safe, unknown to everyone. That is the job. And in return for my service, I would get paid, just like a bounty hunter. You are also a bounty hunter. But you fight for a greater purpose, alone, overcoming death and continuing to fight, something only you can do. Here, a gift. I pulled it out from under the debris.
Psychic Power Bomb expansion.
Take a moment. Feel the rhythm of the wind. It reminds me of my home.
Dude sounded like Pocahontas over here. Alrighty!
Solon, watch over you.
You too, Tokabi. You're awesome. Okay. Instance of Volt Forge. I'm gonna get over to Volt Forge, and then I'll call it. And then I'll go to bed. Haha! Get me into the coolest forge ever, please. Maybe not ever, but it's definitely up there. just realized, after getting the viola, I absolutely could have named the episode Ride the Lightning. Alrighty. Now I am fairly certain that I have not gotten the scout here yet. But it's also entirely possible that I'm entirely wrong. Only time will tell! Alright. What am I missing scan-wise? Space Pirates. Please tell me I have all of the view row scans. There's one... What? Oh no, I hope it's not related to that. What are the two that I'm missing? How did a Streamboo announcement get through? I missed a data log somewhere too? I'm sure I know where that is though. I just need to go find it. That's frustrating. I imagine these two are the ones that I'm going to find in the actual final stretch. Maybe these two, maybe. This one's definitely in the cold region, though. Oh, but this is lava temperature, so it could be in the fireplace as well. Alright! Let me just make sure this is all saved properly. I know I just did it, but I'm going to do it again because I'm tired and I'm zoning out. I just want to be sure. Okay. With that all done, for now anyway. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You may find my YouTube and Discord in my Twitch profile for past content and communication, or if you're watching this after the fact, you may find my Twitch at the Winter Prince 52. Later this week, possibly the remainder of this game, not sure. Probably some Terraria and Arknights. If I do not finish this game this week, then Metroid Prime 4 will be finishing and ending next Sunday. At least that is the current plan. Boy, I hope it did not permanently miss a scan somewhere. I'm going to be very mad. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.